Learning can be fun, and we're trying to reignite that spark in you guys towards going towards college. So I have a first guest here today. His name is Jason. Hi, Jason.
Hi, good to be here.
Can you tell me and the audience a little bit about your background? Because I know there's some students that are watching, and they are thinking of going into the military as a career. You have that in your background. Talk to us about that.
Well, I did 5 years in the Marine Corps. I was stationed with 2nd Radio Battalion, a signals intelligence unit. I did 2 combat tours in Iraq, as well as numerous world travel in my experience. And now I'm a senior at NC State University.
Wow. Okay, let's go back in your story. When you were in high school and in middle school, did you know that you wanted to go into the armed services?
Yes, I did. It was always a dream of mine. I mean, when I was growing up, I had all the camouflage clothes and played with G.I. Joes. My parents pretty much knew that's what was going to happen for me.
Well, so it was a passion of yours very early on.
Absolutely.
Now, did you ever think, because I know I talked to some students who say, instead of going to college, I'm going to the military. I'm not going to do both. I'm not going to combine it. Mm-hmm. Did you ever think that you were just going to do the military, or was it your plan to combine both?
No, my plan, well, basically in high school I didn't do so well, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
And,
what do you mean? Let's talk a little bit about that. Because some students aren't doing so well and they don't even know they're not doing so well. Yeah. They might be doing the CD thing and think, I'm good. Yeah. What do you mean?
I pretty much knew I wasn't doing so well. I wasn't too motivated to come to class. I had kind of some friends that we weren't really, all that motivated about high school. Mm-hmm. So my GPA suffered pretty heavily because of that. And when I was about to graduate, I also had known that I was going to join the Marines. So, senior year and everything, I didn't really pay too much attention. So yeah, I didn't do too well in high school. But
is that one of your, come on, for the teachers out there, is that one of your biggest regrets that you didn't apply yourself
absolutely.
more?
I know after exiting the military and applying for college, that has been a big hurdle that I had to overcome. I actually had to do community college classes to get over that, and so to get into a 4-year institution.
Okay, so where did the desire to go to college come from? Since you said that you knew you wanted to go into the military, when did you put the college piece into the equation for your future?
Let's see, that's a good question. Probably after my first tour in Iraq, and I realized that the military is a great option. I had a great time. I loved it. But for me, I just wanted to get out and explore a different side of life. And the military, while great, it wasn't able to allow me to do that. I needed to kind of get out there and get an education so that I could have access to some of the other options that come with a college degree.
So college for you is going to give you more opportunities?
Absolutely.
Would you say that?
It's going to open a lot of doors.
And what is your major at NC State?
I'm majoring in economics with a business concentration. So.
Economics with the business. So what is your passion there? Because I know we all heard that you're passionate about the military, but where did this economics thing come from?
Well, actually, that has just developed as I've started at NC State. I didn't always start. I was actually in natural resources management before that, and got in there and took some chemistry classes and figured out that wasn't for me. So I had my first economics class, and I absolutely loved it. I mean,
let's stop for a second, because there are some college students even that are watching, and they're in a major, they're in an area, and they're not doing so well in those courses. Sometimes when you're taking classes and you find that it doesn't fit with really who you are and what your strengths are, that might mean that you might want to think about changing majors or looking at something else.
I mean, that's probably the best decision I can say is if you are on the fence and having some trouble in some classes that are kind of heavily involved with your major, go talk to the other advisors in the other departments, because they're more than willing to help you out. And if you're passionate about something, you should pursue it.
Yeah, on Step into College, the whole premise of this show is for you guys to find your passion, find the thing that you really love doing, and then get educated on some level, step into some form of education in the area of your passion. So you said that you were in environmental science?
Yeah, well, natural resources.
Natural resources, and then you went into economics. Yep. What really let you know that you needed to be in that other area, other than the course issue that you told me you just had?
That's a good question. It's just, I guess, I've always been kind of financially minded, and I've always been interested in, how transactions work in society, and economics is the study.
You have a
It's the study
desire.
of resource management and scarcity, basically, and the choices you make, and that's always been a passion of mine. So it just fit. It was a natural fit when I got in the classroom. I knew.
You know, something's fitting for me right now. I keep hearing this theme, and the theme that I'm hearing is passion. And when we talk about education, this is the issue I have with the whole going to college thing. A lot of people talk about going to college, but they don't know what they want to do with their life. They don't know where they want to be headed. They don't know what they want to major in. So that scares me a little bit, because college is about progressing in a major, in a course of study. And so if you never figure out what you're passionate about, if you never figure out what direction you really want to go, then I'm like, why are you there? So what are some resources and some things that you would say to a student that isn't like you, that's still kind of searching and trying to find, should I go to the military? Should I go to college? What would you say to that student?
Well, I think anyone who's interested in the military at all should definitely do it. It was a great experience. I mean, it helped me to grow professionally and personally beyond, I mean, better than anything else that I think I could have substituted for that. But as far as resources, once you're in college, you just got to talk to people. Don't be afraid to network. Talk to the professors. Talk to the people that are in the department, because they're there to help you, and they're the experts. They're the ones that know what the field is like, what it's like working that job day to day. They're a great resource, and you just got to be.
But you know what? So many times the resources, and this is at the high school level and the college level, the guidance counselor is there, but
Not used.
you know, they don't really go talk to their guidance counselor, but the resource is there. Again, at the college level, they have the career center. You can actually go and do a career assessment to help you. But again, many college students, they're not utilizing that. So definitely utilize the resources in your school or in your university. Let's talk about something else. What would you say would be the skill set that a high school student that's watching needs to have to go into a military career? Because just because I want to go, like I could say I want to go, but I don't know if I'd be best suited for that.
That's a great question, actually. Some of the skills that could help you succeed in the military would be a strong work ethic. You've got to definitely stick to what you say you're going to do. Basically, if you make a promise, you've got to fulfill it. You got to know how to work as a team player, because that's huge, and especially the Marine Corps, it's a great team environment. And a willingness to learn, I would say, is also really important, because you're not going to know. You're not going to be able to prepare for it.
So the know-it-alls,
No.
they might have a little bit of
They'll
trouble.
have a lot of trouble in boot camp, that's for sure. The drill instructors will definitely will help you along with that. But no, it's definitely be willing to learn and be open-minded.
As you're talking about the skill set, I am thinking that many of the things that students do in school help to build those skills. When we talk about, what about self-confidence?
That's a good thing too. The military will really help you develop the self-confidence, I think. Just the training that you receive and the obstacles that you're faced with and overcome just naturally help to build that.
Some parents want to send their kids to the military because they say they need discipline. What do you say to that?
I think that there's probably no better place to gain discipline than the military. It's perfect.
Well, you are a perfect first guest for
thank
stepping
you
to
very
college.
much.
I thank you
It was
for
great
being
to
on the
be
show.
here. Thank you so much.
I learned a lot. I hope you learned a lot, and we will be right back.